Hey, chat. Sorry I'm late. I was doing your mother. That one guy in particular. That's in chat right now. I'm talking to you. Whole lot of produce. I wonder why. Alright, so what's the deal with this? I'm making an alleyway. And there's gonna be like 0 commentary. Or at least I hope there's more than 0, but... Hopefully the keyboard's not too loud. This is another win for everyone in Nothing Ever Happens because I'm doing nothing. Sorry guys, I can't be funny. This is very nerve-wracking. All 3 of you that I see. And that I know. You've discovered emojis. It's awesome. What's wrong with the stock image? They're stock for a reason. Got ourselves a soup fanatic in chat. I can't believe you would actually prefer broth images, dude. Absolutely no substance to those. Oh shit, is that for real? What the hell is Madness Combat? Is this my my calling? My first YouTube drama? I've literally never heard of this guy in my life. Not gonna lie, I have like zero idea of where I'm gonna go with this alleyway design. I want it to be cool and dark and mysterious, but that's, I don't know, feels kind of unachievable. I guess we'll figure it out though. You know, I think I am gonna use it for like one thing, but like two? I don't know, I feel like that's asking a little too much, if I'm gonna be honest. I mean, two whole things for a single environment, that's just unheard of, frankly. Hey, can somebody like grab an air freshener? I mean, I don't care if you're here, Sussimongus, but like, at least be courteous about it, you know? Oh, frankly, that's just a guy that I know. He, you know, I actually can't say what he does because, like, it's classified information. Actually, they may have just released a whole bunch of documents about him. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. I didn't know the guy, actually. Just the name, you know? Hey, Sussimongus, what's in Eepstain? Never heard of it. Also, like, genuine question, how's the audio balance? I don't know if I'm way too loud or if the music's way too loud. I feel like my voice is a little bit louder than everything else. That's a genius idea, Brapple. I'm gonna get on that right now, but I don't think it'll actually go live until next stream. So I guess you'll just have to, like, tune in then to see. Maybe I should actually make an entire second channel that's just unedited footage of me doing this with extremely loud keyboard noises. I think that would take off, actually. Ugh. So, fire escapes. Any of you guys have any personal experience with fire escapes? I personally don't, but I think it would be cool if someone did, you know? Like, ideally non-life-threatening, you know what I mean? Oh shit, for real? You escaped the fire? That's cool. What was on fire? Ah, the wood. Yeah. Nah, I've seen a couple of the wood on fire before. It's a cruel thing to witness. Yo, Bapple in chat. He's got connections. He knows things. He says an uncle that works on these things, and that they help people escape fires. It's like actually radical. You know, I thought the same thing. Like, certain that these would just, like, make it worse if you're trying to escape fire, you know? I didn't know that they actually helped. I honestly thought they were just decorations. I can't believe this is actually working. All of these stupid array modifiers, all this extra geometry that's never going to be seen. But I mean, hey, it works, that's cool. I also realize I don't have anything in here for scale, and I feel like the scale's all kind of whacked out. So... even this. Scale is such a hard thing to work on in the beginning, because you like don't have anything well established. Say that's good enough. Where's my stock image? Here it is. Oh, you didn't know that? So Donkey Kong was actually based on... Anyhow, yeah, Donkey Kong was based on this one particular alleyway in this place called New Donk City. That's why it's called Donkey Kong. And like every building is just made up of a whole bunch of these. And that's why it looks so similar. But hey, you learn something new every day, so maybe that was something new to you. Why is that baby drinking champagne with a horse? I don't think babies are allowed to drink, dude. It's kind of cringy, if I'm being honest. I can't wait for one person to come across this stream, like completely zero knowledge of anything that's going on. Yo, Ape Escape? Did you mention Ape Escape? From that tragic incident in the 1980s? So, what do doors look like? I'm legitimately forgetting. Oh, thanks, chat. I forgot they have like little extra bits. But what of metal doors? Are they different? Because I feel like they're different. Maybe they aren't. Oh, just like door, but like gray. Okay, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Not gonna lie. Oh, right, buttons and pressure plates. That's what these are right in the center. That is something that I do remember about metal doors from the past. Do I actually have a metal texture already made? Why do I have so many materials? I don't know. But we're gonna make a new metal door material. Alright, chat, what are we feeling for the metallic value of the metal door? I'm thinking like a 0.63, maybe? Maybe a 0.63? Let's check that out, I think. Ooh, there's no light source. Let me add one of those. Let me just add the sun in real quick. Spawn in the sun, face it towards here. Sure. Hey, Thunderstorm. Thank you for that. I'll try my best to not go bald. No promises though. I'm not very good at that. I actually go bald like every other day. It just like kind of grows back. No, unsubscribed. It's tragic. I'm terrible at this job. You know, I actually heard that Bald is actually all the rage, or maybe it was like 2 years ago. It was like some game. Alright. I'm bored of modeling. I'm gonna try and make a texture for the concrete. Oh yeah, it was like Bald or Game or something like that. Any of you guys play Bald or Game? I heard it was supposed to be like a Dungeons and Dragons thing. Oh, Bald Great! That's what it was. You know, I kind of heard that it was like not that good. Like the hype died down pretty fast, you know? Something about tadpoles. People not liking tadpoles or something. I don't know. Oh, yo, Local's here! Holy crap! Hey, dude, how's it going? Genuine excitement there. Glad you see you here. Void, I've never heard that about the Emperor. I thought he was a stand-up guy. That is, like, really messed up. I can't believe he'd do that. Oh, that's really cool. I'm glad it's like actually being shown to people. I was afraid I was gonna get stuck with like 2 viewers. Not that 2 viewers is an issue though, because this is already making me nervous. But that's fine. We're talking about balded grates and nodes. God, I always forget how the bump node works. I always screw it up. Yeah, you know what? The colors are fine enough. We can work with it. Thunderstorms, no big deal. This will be a VOD later if you feel like coming back and watching an hour of, like, nothing. By the way, I probably will only be streaming an hour just to try to get a hang of things, but I don't expect to get a whole lot done or be on very long. Procedural textures are like my absolute favorite thing to do because of just screwing around in nodes to see what they do. I'm not very good at it. Not very good doing it efficiently. But it's fun. I'm gonna start a new rusty metal texture, see how that does. Do some more noise. This is wonderful. What's up, Crones, Squared, the Square Man, the Cube? Not doing a whole bunch. Hey, Sussy, not to like control your life or anything, but you might want to go take a shower after a little while, just so it doesn't like ruin your night. But hey, I don't control you. Yeah, actually, Bappo, could you pick me up some bread? I used the last bit of my loaf today. I don't feel like making any more. I kind of wanted a sandwich after this. Man makes, quote, worst texture node group ever, asked to uninstall Blender. It's kind of vibe I'm getting right now. Yeah, I'm working on a fire exit that goes on the side of a building in an alleyway. I want it to look kind of sketchy, but I'm having a hard time with the roughness on this. That may have been because I was using the wrong part of the shader. Which, that's cool. Oh yeah, that looks crusty enough. Hold on. I gotta look up that picture of all of the Dr. Pepper knockoffs. One of the images of all time. Oh, maybe calling them knockoffs isn't the best. Here we go. I just realized I built an entire avatar to sit over here in the corner where I'm putting the Dr. Pepper thing, and he hasn't been here at all. And my chat overlay is broken. Oh heck yeah. It's been 45 minutes and I'm just now noticing the scuff. I love this. I'm gonna get that opened because I spent at least 20 minutes trying to figure that out, and I don't want it to be not here. If I can find it. There we go. Oh no. There we go. And put an ode to Dr. Pepper up here so you can see my wonderful face. Air quotes. He's sitting there. See, so worth it. So worth it. It's a little less worth it. It's how much time I spent on this rusty metal for it to look like kinda hot garbage. But as they like to say in the business, we'll fix it in post. Dr. Good Guy sounds so fake, but also like it would be the best one. You know what I mean? I even have the wrong arc model in this scene, but that's fine. We fix it in post. Change this, we're gonna do new. There's 2 of them. There could be more. I have more images that I could import, but I feel like that would get to be too much. Oh, is the chat actually there? Oh yeah, it is. I just okay. Let me screw around in OBS to try and fix that real quick. I'll move it up into the yellow so you can read it even less. Read even less of it. There. How's that look? Probably terrible, but that's alright. Maybe that'll work. Unfortunately, there's not enough people to make it matter, I think, but that's fine. Test chat. We do be testing chat in here. Checker texture? That's not what I want. I want brick texture. That is not the right image. Wow. Use this one. Look at this one for inspiration while we unwrap this cube. Been using Blender for over a year now and I still have no idea how unwrapping works. But that's fine. There's still more time to learn. So I'm just gonna shortcut it. Shortcutting it didn't work. This is so sad. Void cube, giant cube in the void. It's made out of bricks. Make it like 12. That looks brick-like. Sure. Ah, Beppel's back from the store. They didn't have a whole lot. That sucks. Maybe next time. I appreciate the half loaf of bread though, that's great. Just like email me with how much I owe you. I need color ramp for that to work. Don't actually know. Alright, so now let's look at this through here. Bro is at the gas station watching the stream. It's dedication. Why is that like that? That's concerning. Unfortunately, you guys can't see the render like I just saw, and it was all kinds of screwed up. I don't know why it's doing that. I gotta fix that. At the highway watching the cars pass, like my hit short Sunset Watcher. Is that a me reference? Genuinely, I have no clue what is going wrong here. It's like just solid gray whenever I try to... Never mind, I know exactly why. There's a whole bunch of buildings here that I have hidden, but I didn't hide them in the renderer. I'm an actual genius. Yeah, sure, that looks like a brick building. Let's go. Brick building render? Hold up, I'm gonna get this put up on OBS so you guys can actually witness what I'm doing. I'm gonna replace the Dr. Pepper image. Say goodbye to Dr. Pepper, everyone. Yo, look at that. We got a brick building. We got a whole brick building. It's all rendered and everything. Isn't that awesome? I don't know. It might be. It might not be. Okay, so like this whole thing with Madness Combat, I don't know why I didn't expect it, but I didn't, or at least not to the extent that I've been seeing it. I plan on making a whole video on the history of the little guy, of Ark. I made him like 10 years ago, before I knew what Madness Combat was. I didn't learn about Madness Combat until like 2020. And it's kind of insane. And to be honest, I still have no idea what Madness Combat is. I just know that my character looks like the grunts from it, I guess. So I probably should do some research, but unfortunately there's like no actual real correlation between the two. It's just a freak coincidence. I was too lazy to draw a face, and that's why he looks like that. I think this could use two of the exact same building. What do you say, chat? Actually, probably not, but maybe. I'm gonna delete this one. Bring these two over. To duplicate it. Can I duplicate linked? I can. Why was it not letting me? That's suspicious. She madness on my combat till I... Not finishing that one. You can read chat. Version geometry. Sure. I mean, yeah, he is kind of right, though. I can't lie. My favorite part is when Madness Combatant said it's madness time and combat's all over the place. How does that look rendered? Yo, what color should the next building be? I gotta inquire. I'm thinking blue. I'm thinking blue for the next building. I don't know what purpose that would serve, but I think it might look cool. Dark green. Ooh, yeah, dark green also could look good. We'll do that. About this. I kind of like it. It's kind of weird. Kind of like it though. I'm vibing with it. Do this color, and then we're gonna... have an offset of 1? No. Frequency 2. Brick width, that's what I'm looking for. Make like 2 or 3 giant bricks on the side of these buildings, because I think that would be cool. Oh man. That's all the time you got? Animal Crossing New Leaf on your new your Nintendo 3DS, not your new Nintendo 3DS? Buddy? What's up with that? Honestly, fake fan. Shenmue, I haven't. I've watched other people play it. Not a whole lot of it, though. I don't remember much of it. If it's the thing I'm thinking of, it might not be the thing I'm thinking of. I got the internet in front of me. I'm gonna look it up. It is the thing I'm thinking of. Yeah, no, I haven't. I haven't played it. I'm not much of a video gamer. Although I might get called a liar for that. What the heck am I gonna do with this building? You know, I was just thinking about Windows. I was thinking about doing it like, excuse me. I was thinking about doing it kind of a cheap way and just changing the color of the bricks, but I think actually having a mesh on there is the better idea, so I'm gonna follow that suggestion. See how that looks. I'm also gonna hide this. See you, Local. It was great. It was great to have you here. I'm glad you were able to stop in. Same with everyone else. I'm glad you're able to be here. Quite frankly, this is sick. This is epic. I'm glad you found it fun, because I'm not doing nearly as much as I am used to doing, because I'm talking way too much. Maybe not way too much, but I'm not used to talking. I'm gonna go ahead and link these objects, I think. Maybe I'll delete this one, yeah. Work on this, change the shading because it's screwing with my head at this point. And then we're gonna bevel that, maybe? Now we gotta apply scale, and then we can bevel this. There we go. And what we do is we inset it, and then we bring it out a little bit just to give it a little bit of extra definition. This is the same way that I do all of my picture frames as well. All 2 of them. Hey buddy, don't be peddling your potions in my chat here. They don't take too kindly to potion peddlers. The Wizard Council. I am glad that you think this is a chill spot. I feel like that sounded sarcastic, but it wasn't. I don't know how often I'll be doing these, but maybe every other week. Oh no, the playlist finished. Holy crap. I gotta restart it. So now the question with the windows becomes, do I actually like make them transparent? Do I do some cartoony BS with it? Do I draw something in them? I don't know. I'm thinking do a mix shader with principled BSDF and another mix shader with a transparent and translucent. Oh, nope, don't do that. And then here we'll do windows. Blue building windows. Okay. Sure, we'll give it alpha and make it an alpha image. Awesome. Let's go into texture painting then and look at the blue building windows. Into this view. Oh, that looks like that. I'm just kind of throwing stuff on here, seeing what, if anything, looks decent. I don't know, maybe there's like curtains in the window here. That's a half decent idea. Do curtains. Because I know things look weird with all this noise that's on it, but that's just because of the transparent BSDF that's over it to make it look kind of like a window. I think that curtain went way too deep. Try this, and then like that. We're gonna do this. Maybe that looks like something. Updated render time. Let's go. Wonder if that'll actually update in real time in OBS. It does. That's awesome. Okay. Oh. Right, I think I'm gonna slap a few more windows on this blue building, and then I might call it a night. Just because I'm starting to feel a little gassed. You know what? I need to. No, that's not what we want to do. Grab these, extrude, and then you scale them. Yeah. And then we're just gonna add a black material on them. Kind of top it off a little bit. Yeah, that looks like New York apartment, I think. Maybe, maybe not. Alright, so we've textured 2 buildings and made a stairwell. You see, a building is called a building because they be building. You see, that's a really good point, that it should be called a build or a built, because it's already done, except it isn't. That's where they get you, because it's like constantly under maintenance. Everything's already being, like, always being fixed. You gotta think big brain, gotta big thoughts. But with that token of wisdom and a little bit of editing on the concrete, I think I'm going to call it a night. Just because I'm feeling satisfied. Maybe even tomorrow I'll hop back on and do another. I don't know. I'll see. I'll see. Because this environment is supposed to be for tomorrow's animation. So hopefully it'll actually be done for tomorrow's animation, but if not, then I'll have to use one of my different ideas. I don't know. But I do hope that you guys have had a fun time. Everyone else who's still here, everyone who isn't, everyone who has joined me, thank you so much for being here for my first stream. It's been a lot of fun so far, and I will be doing this again in the future. So I don't have an end screen made. That's the one thing that I didn't get done. So it just pretend that this BRB screen is my ending screen. I'll get that made before next time, and next time might be tomorrow, next time might be a week from now, it might be 2 weeks from now, but keep an eye out on my posts. I'll let you know. Yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out, thanks for having a good time, and I will see you in the comments of future videos and hopefully in future streams. Good night.